Good afternoon, everyone. It is Wednesday, March the 3rd, 2021, and we are going to be going over some market movers. We have a lot of reserve list cards on this list here today, but also some Time Spiral Remastered old border frames to talk about. So let's get right into this list here, starting off with number 15, which is Uncle Istvan from the Dark. This is up 95% today, seeing new all-time highs. And there actually is a Kirk, Son of Yawgmoth deck that does do it, and that's a registered deck. And this has a 4th edition copy as well. That's really cheap, about 17 cents, so I'd probably pick that one up. Palace Jailer for Time Spiral Remastered. This is the old border frame, up 100% from $2.99 to $5.99. This is based on pre-release pricing, but remember, this was the most expensive uncommon from Conspiracy Take the Crown. Annaba Ancestor. This is a Homelands cheap reserve list card, up 100% today, seeing new all-time highs, and there actually is a few decks that are playing it, believe it or not, and it's a reserve list card, though it is from Homelands, a bigger print run, but nonetheless, a lot of these reserve list cards are going up from buyouts. Auspicious Ancestor from Mirage, another reserve list card to talk about, up 101% today from $198 to $399. But note, there is no decks that actually are using that are registered on MTG Goldfish. So the reason for this going up today is, well, you guessed it, it's a reserve list card, and it's going up for buyouts and exhaustion reasons. Trailblazer from Ice Age. This is a reserve list card, up 111% today from 145 to 307, seeing new all-time highs. Yes, it's from Ice Age. It's a bigger print run, but still, it is a reserve list card. But no decks that actually are playing it. It's not really a surprise. It's not the best card, but it is a reserve list card. And for that reason, it is going up today because people are targeting smaller, cheaper cards for buyouts. Heartwolf. This is a Homelands card, and yes, guess what? It's another reserve list card. And I said earlier we got a lot of cheap reserve list cards being bought up today. And this is up 123% from 122 to 273, seeing new all-time highs. I absolutely love the art, though, on this card. And apart from maybe it being a reserve list card, people could be purchasing older cards just for the art. Goblin Flotilla. This is a Fallen Empires reserve list card, up 125% today from 152 to 343. And yes, the art here is nice. It's nostalgic, but also a reserve list card that isn't being played in any format right now. So it's obviously not being bought up for that reason, just the fact that it's a reserve list card. Sellen's Sword from Fallen Empires. Another cheap reserve list card. This is up 137% today, seeing new all-time highs from 315 to 749. And apart from the arts, it's not being played in any decks that are registered that I can find. It's going to be bought up. Why? Well, you guessed it, cheap reserve list card. Rogue Sky Captain. This is an Alliances reserve list card, up 147% today from 130 to 322. And this is funny because this was one of the specs that I talked about in an earlier video where there were reserve list cards under $1, but now this is not under $1 anymore, up to 322. Next card we have on the list here is Soldevi Golem. This is an Ice Age reserve list card. This is up 166% today from $399 to $150. Now this card is not being played in any specific deck that I could find that were registered online, but I love that art, and it's a reserve list card, so it's getting a targeted buyout right now. Voldalian Knights from Fallen Empires. You guessed it, another reserve list card, up 175% today, seeing new all-time highs from 136 to 375. And yes, this was one of those cheap under $1 reserve list pickups just about a week or so ago, but now it's going to be harder and harder to find any cards that are close to that dollar mark that are reserve list, including this card here, Voldalian Knights. All right, the next card we have on the list is a Time Spiral Remastered Old Border Frame Remodeling. This is a Mulldrifter card, up 202% from 99 cents to 299. And obviously this is based on pre-release pricing. But if you're looking at this card for just utility, the original copy is actually fairly cheap, 97 cents to 111. And this sees a lot of play in Commander, so it might be a decent pickup. Ethereal Armor. This is the Time Spiral Remastered Border version, up 202% from pre-release pricing, up 99 cents to 299. And yes, it sees a ton of play in Commander, Penny Dreadful, Pauper, but the main deck that it is played in is Boggles. But that's not one of the reasons why it's specifically up today, is the fact that people are loving this old border and they're specking on it early in pre-release. Treasure Cruise. This is the Time Spiral Remastered. This is up 405% today from 79 cents to 399. I do love the old border treatment on this one, but it is seeing a lot of play in like Pioneer and it sees some play in Modern and Pauper, but it's only going up mostly today because of pre-release pricing on TCG Player. Thraben Inspector, this is a Time Spiral Remastered copy, up 510% today from 49 cents to $2.99. But you know what? If you're looking at it for a deck, there is very cheap copies that you can find from Shadows of Innistrad, and that was the original printing, 25 cents to about 46 cents. So I would be picking up for cheaper if you want it just for a deck. Okay, I wanted to show you guys a pickup that I got in the mail, and then I'm going to show you right now. This just came in the mail from France. I can't really remember what I ordered on eBay. I think it was some reserve list cards. I believe it was from Urza's Saga, so I think that's what it is. Let's see. Let's see what this is. Oh, what is this? Oh, cool. Give me a little enjoy the art painting. Undiscoveredgravity.com. Okay, cool. I guess that's the affiliated website. Here we go. Here are the Magic cards. I believe they are reserve lists. I believe so. Well, that's just there for obviously safety. Cool. And yep, it is reserve list cards from Urza's Saga. Beautiful. Zephid here. Cannot be target of spells or abilities. Flying illusion creature. Some people believe that the art in Magic the Gathering truly got better around the Urza's block. I'm not so sure about that. What do you guys think? Some people think that the older sets like Arabian Nights and Antiquities actually were not that great in art, but people just like them because they're old. I don't know, like, that's an opinion some people have. I got 2 of these. And I think that was it, yeah. So nice, not too bad. I'm going to add these to my reserve list collection. Pretty happy about that. And yeah, anyways, I will put these down into a binder and let's get back to the market movers. Okay, and it is that time of the day to talk about today's biggest loser. And that card is Cry Shield. Yes, this was a card that was on our list yesterday as one of the winners. And it's down 60% today from $7.48 to $2.92, seeing a nice retrace on this Legends card. Okay, final thoughts on the market. Well, we are seeing a lot more reserve list cards back, but it's interesting to see some cards from Time Spiral Remastered. That was a bit of a shock to see. However, you know, it is funny because I was talking about cheap reserve list cards potentially being bought up soon in the future, and it looks like that day is actually coming. We are not getting a lot of old, expensive reserve list cards, or perceived expensive. We are getting really cheap cards from Homelands, Fallen Empires, and other sets. But the Time Spiral Remastered cards, be careful if you're buying those early on. These are pre-release pricing based. People are buying a few copies for the deck, and that triggers people on TCG Player to list their cards for more value than they may be actually worth. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do these Monday to Friday, so please come back tomorrow for another Market Movers. And, obviously enjoy the rest of your day. All right, see you tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you do, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it that much, maybe you'd like to tip me. I have a PayPal link that you can send me tips if you enjoy these videos, and I can keep bringing them to you that way, and it could help my cardboard crack addiction. So please, think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.